And hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kyle the Pug's Sports Review Show, episode number 13. We are on a Wednesday. Of course, Wednesday is our show day, and right now it is maybe 10 o'clock in the morning right now, and it's fucking hot as hell. Yeah, honestly, it is really, really hot. Excuse my language, but it's gonna get even hotter later today. So, that being said, I'm Kyle the Pug, aka Kyle Lodi. So nice to see you all here on this show. And let me slow down here for a second because I want to give a huge shout out to somebody who actually made my Twitch banner he actually made this Twitch banner yesterday. And huge shout out to Orzix, and the banner that he made for my Twitch is actually really, really, really dope. So I'll put his link in the description below so you guys can go check him out. And don't forget to go to my Twitch and then check out my banner. And you can also go to my Twitter as well, because twitter.com/KyleThePug. I uploaded that onto my Twitter page, and so that way you guys can go check it out. So that being said, let's begin the show. So let's bring in our lovable, beautiful dumbass in here. That made no sense. It's Cowboy Nick.
Yeah, how y'all doing, Cowboy Nick? Cowboy Nick, y'all did saw Cowboy Nick, and other words, 211-468 Kyle. So,
that is not even a phone number.
well, you can always bleep me when you edit this film.
Well, we don't need bleeping on this show.
Well, that's why I show off.
Well, like I said, we don't need bleeping.
That's right. Because I'm a man and I don't need candles.
Well, you sir have a lot to learn in the real world despite your age. But anywho, let's get started with, of course, today's show. So we got top 3 topics as always. So we have, of course, the United States getting their butts kicked by Argentina, and of course how Dustin Johnson saving himself from the U.S. Open. But first, what we're going to talk about is how the Cavaliers came back, being down 3-1, and winning the NBA Finals, their first championship since 1964. I mean, that's always a plus. And that LeBron finally shut up his critics for good about winning a title in Cleveland, so that way he can go on his merry way. So let's recap a little bit about Game 7, shall we? So what happened was, this is like one of the closest this is actually one of the closest games we've had all series since, 1 through 6, in the NBA Finals, they weren't even close games, honestly. So when it came down to Game 7, though, it was actually Game 7 actually kind of saved itself for the ratings and stuff and whatnot for the NBA Finals, because if Game 7 was going to be a blowout, then there's no way anybody would have watched it. But Game 7, it was pretty epic, especially it was close throughout the stretch, and especially, like the 4-minute mark and 3-minute marks of the fourth quarter. That's when, of course, LeBron James stood up. Kyrie Irving stepped up to the plate, and especially he was clutch with that three-pointer with, at least, with less than 2 minutes remaining. And actually, it was, I think, less than 1 minute. I'm not sure exactly. But either way, Kyrie Irving was absolutely clutch. And if it weren't for Kyrie Irving hitting that three, I don't think the Cavaliers would have won the title.
Well, it's also the fact that I'm going to say this, even though I'm going to have a lot of Warriors fans are like, hey, screw you. No, I'm going to say this. The Golden State Warriors stopped too cocky. They started acting out because they're like, oh, we can win this. We can win anything. And what happens when you get that way? You get cocky. Let's go back and see why. Let's go back to, I use my magic little transport device here, like what you see off of some of the greatest movies ever. Okay, let's go back to what happened. At Game 5. Game 5. Let's look back at that. What happened? You had some of the players playing. You had a certain player suspended. You know what the players did? He went off to a baseball game. When he should have been on his plan. He should have been out there, even though he couldn't play. Stay out there on the field, anything on adding support.
Well, actually, speaking of Draymond Green, I don't mean to interrupt you there for a second. Draymond Green had a hell of a game, regardless of what happened, with Game 5 and Game 6. Well, not Game 6, but mostly Game 5. But at one point he was 5 for 5 from downtown. I mean, normally you wouldn't see Draymond Green being 5 for 5 from downtown, but he decided to go off. He had 32 points, for crying out loud. And honestly, I mean, if the Golden State Warriors would have won the game of Game 7, I think he would have been in the discussion for NBA Finals MVP, the clear discussion. Him or Klay Thompson, rather, because I did not see Steph Curry's name one time in the conversation.
No, but when you look at it on this, even if you can't play, you can still support your teammates. When you have teammates,
but that's not the point. What I'm trying to get at here, I'm talking about him in Game 7. You're talking about you're going back in Game 5, and you're just clinging on to the past.
And he pushed himself to get where he needed. But the fact is, when you look at it, his teammates when you look at it this way, because I've seen a lot of players in college say this. When a teammate doesn't come, even though the defender is not that one, you go and you leave your teammates behind. They kind of have that feeling where it's like we don't trust you as much anymore because you left us behind to take the beating, and we kind of lose our love for you and stuff like that. And I've seen that happen with a lot in history with a lot of teams. But the fact is, in this game, when you look at it, when you do look at it. Green should have done more for his teammates. Curry should have done more.
Draymond Green did a lot in Game 7. I mean, he did all he could, honestly.
He did, but what I'm saying is he should have, even though he was suspended, he should have brought more support. He should have brought more, made his teammates feel they can still by their side, even though he's on the field, he's still by their side.
Okay, let me get to a more positive note about the NBA Finals and LeBron James here really quick. So, LeBron James in the 2016 NBA Finals, he led it in points, rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals. He led in 5 stats in the NBA Finals, and he's been the only person to do that twice. Nobody else has been able to do that in the NBA Finals history.
Pretty much. I mean, the fact is, though, LeBron James was able to take himself.
No, I'm not. Don't say pretty much. That's like a record. That's just nobody has ever done that.
Yes, but basically, when you look at it, Kyle, I'm just saying that LeBron James said to himself, "Okay, I gotta get myself here so I can be here," and that's pretty much what happened with the Cavaliers as Golden State. Got a little, I'm going to say this, people are going to laugh, but they got a little too ghetto, and they didn't really push themselves so that they could actually do what they had to do. They did have some good moments, I'm not going to say they didn't, but the fact is, when you don't play as a team, you play for yourself, especially when we have to go into Curry. You don't really act as a team, play for yourself, and that's what mistakes happen.
Okay. So let me I want to ask you this one question here really quick, and I'm gonna probably ask you guys this in the comments below too. So here's the question I'm gonna ask you for Game 7. Not okay. Screw it. Forget about 3-1. Series when the Warriors are up. Blah blah blah. But let's talk about Game 7 here really quick. Did the Cavs win it or did the Warriors lose it?
I'm gonna have to say this. The Cavs won it, and Golden State messed themselves up by not playing.
This is an easy question for me. At least for me, that the Cavs won it easily. Like I said, Kyrie stepped up, LeBron stepped up, Kevin Lovington stepped up a little bit too. Even the bench stepped up for the Cavaliers, and they played with 110%, and they just came out there, despite the close game, and they were more clutch than the Golden State Warriors were.
Exactly. They wanted it. They wanted it more than Golden State. They're like, we're going to go out here and we're going to win. They want it. They want to win. But what? You put 18 and half games when they were getting ready to go out there, and you get LeBron James. Nobody wanted it. I don't care who you are. If you're not someone taking it, you only want it. And you go out there and say, yes, you're going to get it.
Well, yeah, obviously. You're saying that like it's a. You're acting like you're like a part of a under 9-year-old soccer league team. They're like, do we want it? Yes, yes, yes. That's what you kind of sound like, right? You have that mentality, which is kind of funny. But, anyways, yeah, I mean, you are definitely. I'm not saying you're wrong, but yeah, I mean, there's nothing really much more to talk about here other than LeBron James, getting MVP, Kyrie, coming up clutch, and like I said, congratulations to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Their first title since 1964, ending the 52-year drought. So, kudos to them. So, anyways, moving on here really quick with our next topic, we're going to talk about our good old country, the U.S. of A. Of course, and I'm talking about the Copa America soccer tournament. They pretty much got their butts whooped in the semifinals by Argentina. And one man I can tell you who was responsible for that was Lionel Messi. Yeah, he was too much for the United States to contain as Argentina, beat the United States team 4-0 to reach the Copa America finals. So the 5-time World Player of the Year, set up, the opening goal in the 3rd minute. That scored on a free kick and to break Argentina's career scoring record and assisted on the final goal Thursday night. So, what does this mean for the United States exactly? Well, I can tell you one thing, though. The men kind of need to step it up a bit after getting their butts whooped.
Oh, yeah, because you know what? They have until September to prepare themselves because guess what?
More like mid-late August.
Yeah, and you know what? Other people are going to look at them and like, you know what? It's like, because look at them. They get okay. They win against Colombia. They get beat good enough against Colombia. They did come back. They win against Costa Rica. They win against Honduras. They and Andorra. And then you go and play against Argentina and you lose and you get your butt kicked. And then Argentina never lost a single game. They won all their games to make it. They won the international friendly against Honduras. They beat Chile 2-1. They beat Panama 5-0. They beat Bolivia 3-0, and they beat Venezuela. Was only able to get one point, and then Argentina gets 4. Come on, they're a powerhouse. You cannot say that they're not a powerhouse.
So the Americans will close the tournament Saturday in the 3rd place match at Glendale, Arizona, but opponents kind of TBA right now. But Cowboy Nick, you were making some interesting points though. I mean, the United States players, they just felt like even though they made it to the semifinals, they just feel they had for some reason apparently their brains were not even there, even though their physical bodies were actually there.
Okay, and you look at this again, okay, in this game as well. Look at this game again. Wait a minute, okay. With fouls, the United States got 13, Canada 9. Look at yellow cards. So, only one for the United States. No red cards. Offensive sliders. We have 9 for Argentina, 2 for offensive side. 2 for the United States, 9 for Argentina. Corner kick, you have 4 kicks and 1 from the U.S. Kenny, we get 3 from the U.S. And Argentina didn't even have to make a save.
I mean, Argentina is probably one of the top teams in the world, but I mean, so basically when you look at the possession here between the United States and Argentina, and possession was easily favored by Argentina. And shots on goal, because shots on goal, the United States did not take any shots whatsoever.
Hey, come on, Kyle. Not to cut you off, but 68, they were 32% face off against the powerhouse Argentina, 68%, and shots on goal of 11-7.
That's what I'm saying, obviously.
Basically, yeah, and 0 for the United States. Come on! 68-32. Come on, that's like a little kid saying non-matter for the first time.
What does that even mean? You're comparing the United States soccer team to a kid trying to say his first word. That's the
last America. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I mean, you need to control yourself. Control yourself.
How can I control myself when my team only got 30% against Argentina 16%? God damn it. God damn it, you're wearing our colors for crying out. You're going to the Olympics. Come on, what's going to happen when you get a team like France or Italy or Brazil or you got Belgium,
No, but that's not even the worst part of the whole thing. You want to know the worst part of it all?
What?
Argentina did not get any saves whatsoever for the goalie. So you want to know why they didn't get any saves? Because the United States did not take any shots on goal.
Hell no, because basically you look at it.
That's the worst part of it, I believe.
And I'm the American, but I'm going to say this. Argentina was basically playing with they were playing with they were white. They were playing with you see it out there. They're holding on. They're holding on to German Shepherds or holding
German Shepherds.
down.
What's wrong?
But come on, they were blind to Argentina's power.
Well, I don't think it's not just that, but like I said, their minds were not in the game. That's all I have to say.
Their minds are probably like, hey, come on, let's have some. Argentina kicks your ass. Come on.
Well, let's take a look at the 5 games prior to what just happened. So United States, they beat 2-1 against Ecuador, 1-0 Paraguay, Costa Rica they blew them out of the water, and then Colombia they lost 2-0, and then they beat Bolivia, and then up to that point, and that's just where everything just started going downhill for them. I mean, honestly, I just don't know what to say. I mean, this makes the women of the United States much more aggressors than the actual men on the team.
Okay, I'm going to say this. Okay, I think the women's soccer league could have went out there and freaking busted the males up just as bad.
Well, are you talking about like an inter-country matchup between genders?
I'm talking about an inter-country.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Argentina for a second. I'm like, okay, that would have been an interesting matchup, but I guess what you said makes sense too.
Well, think about it. Like, those girls come out there, they will just like make national boys on the ground and stuff, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, honey. And you see the guy in there just like, you think you're coming out of the lives, and you got the shit knocked out of them by a boy.
Well, yeah. I mean, I probably would have. I mean, who would pay to see that sort of match? I bet everybody in America would want to see that. Like, just the matchup wise.
Of course. The bad thing is like everyone's looking at the coach for the United States, and they're looking at him. What the hell is our team? What's the play with the Hispanic team? What the hell happened? Oh, we got wasted. That's right. Now guess what? Now get your dad fired.
Whoa, Cowboy Nick with the heavy language over here. There could be children watching the show.
As a coach, you're supposed to train your team, you're supposed to prepare your team. What in the hell are you doing before this?
Oh, Cowboy.
Nothing. Fucking Argentina get in there and just hit you over and fade your ass.
And we're talking about in the 3rd minute, the 32nd minute, the 50th minute, and the 86th minute, too. 86th minute for a little insult to injury.
Pretty much, Argentina's like, we're going to kick your ass, we're going to kick your ass, we're going to kick your ass, and Argentina went out there and did it.
I mean, yeah, with a couple of goals by Gonzalo Higuain, and of course Lionel Messi, as I said before, with one of the goals, and Ezekiel Lavesi and the assists. Other than that, yeah, United States, they got some work to do.
Pretty much, there's only one country that you're going to find that can kick the ass of Argentina.
Well, anybody from the Euro leagues, maybe if it's possible, maybe the team from Europe may have a shot against Argentina. Well, it's not just them, but there's a couple other countries that can actually win too.
Yeah, Russia, teams like Belgium. You heard about what happened in the European Championship. how freaking Russian fans when Russia got beat by 1 point, how the fans went out in the street and rioted.
The soccer fans are always like that in Europe. They're always crazy. So that's not really rare.
Well, they had these beer games, and we're told on, like, you can see some report on TV and everything. They had the actually in beer gas against these Russian fans.
Well, like I said, it's very common.
Yeah, so it's like, you just see it, though. It's like, it's like the best thing I love about watching the Mexican soccer, I love how they just go down and just constantly yell out,
All right, okay, chill. We gotta move on.
You know what? I want to see that guy at home with his wife. Honey, I'm ready.
Okay, chill. We gotta move on. So, anyways, moving on here. So before Cowboy Nick completely gets out of control, which he always is at various moments, we gotta talk about how Dustin Johnson saved golf by saving himself after winning the U.S. Open. And he didn't just win the U.S. Open, like I said before, on Sunday, and he didn't just vanquish so many previous major championship failures to claim the biggest highlight of his career. He saved golf from itself. And really, what he did was that important. And it pretty much all started on the 5th hole where Johnson was standing over a 6-foot par putt where he noticed his ball move slightly. He called over a rules official and explained that he didn't cause the movement. Lee Westwood, his playing partner, concurred, and the official pretty much left. And Johnson pulled the putt, and the round pretty much continued until the 12th hole, that is. So then Jeff Hall, the USGA's managing director of rules and competitions, informed that Johnson was being subjected to video replay for an infraction of Rule 18-2B for causing the ball to move after grounding his club. So basically, what we had some other comments from golfers such as Rory McIlroy, Tiger Woods, and Jordan Spieth. They all said they took it to social media, and Rory McIlroy called it ridiculous. Tiger Woods insisted that it was pretty much a farce, and Jordan Spieth said on Twitter that it was pretty much a joke. And they weren't alone on that either, so you'd be hard-pressed to find out a PGA Tour member with a Twitter account who didn't voice his disbelief with how the situation was being handled. But here's the thing out of all that. It could have been so much worse for the USGA, for the game of golf, for everyone. I don't know if you saw any of this, but what are your thoughts on this matter?
All I have to say is, yes, and I'm going to look at this. It's just like, I didn't even think that Johnson was going to do this good. Because he went out there and just did what others couldn't think he did and he did.
Well, yeah, he won the U.S. Open first off, and secondly, that one situation, it wasn't even his fault either, and he never caused that movement.
No, he just went out and he just went out there and did it. Like you look at some of that stuff, like they're looking at swings on the right hand, around 2007, we went to Costa, Coastal Carolina University. He did a lot of stuff. Like, when you look at it, the fourth round, you look at it, his arms are like, he got pretty good as far as he got in round 1, he got a 4, he got 4 to 4, he got 4 in the second round, he got 4 in the third round, he got 5 in the fifth, and the fourth, he got another 4 in the fifth, he got a 3, he went 3 for par in the sixth, he went in the eighth, he went 3 for par, he went on the ninth, he went 4-3 for par, and then and then when it was out, he went 35 for 4, he's 9 to 1 and a total, and 74 yards. Look at that, it was like, oh my god.
All right, so this is what Dustin Johnson said. Well, going on back to the ball movement, this is what he said about it, and I quote, "There's no way that I feel like I caused that ball to move, but at the end of the day, it's ultimately up to the USGA to make the final decision, and just fortunately, it didn't affect the outcome," unquote. So, your thoughts on that, Cowboy, what his comments were about?
Well, I love that comment. I just have to say this. Be humble. And you know what? When you're humble, good things happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what I would do in that situation too if I was, in Dustin Johnson's shoes. Like, even though if I it was a little accidental ball movement, and then they're coming over here, whatever the USGA, and be like, if it happens, it happens. Just take it from me. I don't care. There's always other golf tournaments I can worry about and win. I mean, I would make a case though I didn't make the move, but if you have to make that decision, then so be it.
Yeah, but you know what? He just went out there and he basically just went out there and did it. You know what? When you play like that, you're just like, it's like, oh, it's like, basically, he just did it. It's like, why did you want to win? Because I wanted to win. I just went out there to play golf.
Yeah, and he also said that I don't even understand the rule, but I got a penalty, and he said it didn't even matter at the end of the day. It didn't matter to him, but yet it also did.
You know what?
So if you combine 2 and 2 together, then it actually does matter at the end.
You know what? That's what I like about him. For the fact that he's humble, and when you're humble, it's basically like, you know what I mean? He's not like out there like, he wasn't out there dancing around, saying, and I'm a champion, all fun. He just wanted.
Well, why would you imagine a golfer saying that? Come on now.
Well, come on.
What is this? What is this T-ball league?
I have seen plenty of golfers who have done that. Like, they get to win, and you see them, they're like, sure. They're like hugging their caddy and stuff. It's like, come on.
I mean, well, if you hug your caddy, obviously, when you win a golf tournament, I mean, yeah, I don't really blame him for hugging the caddy. I mean, that's basically a way of saying, good job, congratulations, whatever. But taunting's kind of a different story, though.
Yeah. Like, when you look at it, to me, Dustin Johnson, he didn't think he was going to, like I said, he didn't think he was going to happen, but guess what? His hard work and his humbleness just let him do it. And that's what true golfers, that's what he's up to people. And you know what? I think this is that the UFC is looking at him and saying, you know what? We don't want this guy to come play with us. Be real.
And basically, it did matter at the end of the day because the USGA made an error in that judgment, and it mattered that it made golf look silly because of it. It also mattered that a game so desperate for new young faces was inexplicably turning them off due to poor procedural processing. So, but at the end of the day, it mattered. It mattered that the eventual champion didn't allow himself to succumb to what would have been a dark day for the actual game of golf itself. And at the end of the day, in that respect, Dustin Johnson saved golf from himself. That's probably why I had that reason.
Well, that's what you're sure. Look at it. Do I think Dustin Johnson's going to happen?
And I'm happy that he did, though, too, at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, he just probably walked out there. Hey, you know what else I think he probably did? I don't know if he's married or not, but
I'm pretty sure he is. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the guy's married.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I think it's probably went over to the wife, he her kids, and said, hey, hungry? You just walked off to your some nice restaurant and had the food.
Well, yeah, that's something that Cowboy Nick would want, to go to a restaurant and have nice food.
Well, it depends on what the restaurant is.
Well, yeah, like I said, depends on where you want to go, what you feel like doing. You want to hang out with friends and whatnot. But then again, your only friend's your uncle. I'm just joking.
Hey, I'm not big deal. You have to remember that.
You got Eeyore, what?
I said, remember when I said you were a good deal?
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought you said for a second that I took Eeyore to a good meal. I'm like, yeah, because you kind of cut out for a second.
Dude, how many people are the hearing aid?
No, you cut out on my phone. That's what happened.
Get a better phone.
Well, I think you're the one that needs to get a better phone, not me. My phone may be like bad, but yours is like way worse than mine.
Well, my phone just fine and handy, so.
Well, you're entitled to your opinion, and I'm entitled to mine. So, but anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy the sports review show, episode number 13. And if you guys did enjoy it for the 30 minutes that you guys spent the time with, please drop a like and don't forget to subscribe to the Cowboy Pug Sports if you're new to my channel. So that being said, that's Cowboy Nick over here. And I am Kyle the Pug, aka Kyle Lodi, and we will see you guys next time on Friday for episode number 14, and we'll see you then. So, as always, have a good day, and stay safe. Peace!
You've been out all night, I don't know where you've been. You're slurring all your words, not making any sense. But I don't fucking care at all, 'cause I have hella feelings for you.